That's the field mic coming through.
Right there, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Senior Coca American LFA. Senior Spear Captain and All-American Hadi Gilbo. Junior All-American Cameron Jackson. Senior Spear Captain and All-American Addie Kirby. Junior Lily Coltis.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2.
Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for a moment of reflection, followed by the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, before tonight's game, we ask that you join us in a moment of silence to honor the memory of A.J. Reynolds, one of our beloved students who passed away earlier this month. A.J. was a bright light in our school community. She loved music and brought immense joy to everyone around her, including her teachers and student peers. A.J. will be deeply missed by all of us in the Lake Creek Line family. Please bow your head as we observe this moment of silence for A.J. Reynolds. Thank you. And please remain standing for the presentation of the colors and the singing of the national anthem. All right, tonight, carrying the left rifle, Cadet Lance Corporal Isabel Beasley. Carrying the American flag, Cadet Gunnery Sergeant Caden Lane. Carrying the Marine Corps flag, Cadet Lance Corporal Declan Thayer. Carrying the right rifle is Cadet Second Lieutenant Beck Seitzinger. The singing of the national anthem is performed by the Lake Creek High School Chamber Choir under the direction of Cameron Carnley.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Indian Presscast. We're live from Montgomery ISD Stadium in Montgomery, Texas. I'm Caden Lunsford, and alongside my best friend Clayton Profit, Lawson Gary, and Marquis Gasson. Thank you for choosing us for your Friday Night Lights destination.
PNG is 3-0 on the year. They recently notched wins over Klein Oak in the season opener, 45-20, Beaumont United, 45-7, and a huge win last week versus LaPorte, 35-21. They kicked off district play tonight against Lake Creek. Lake Creek, meanwhile, enters with a 1-2 record. Their losses come from Magnolia, 13-41, and St. Thomas Catholic, 18-19, along with a nail-biter win over Strake Jesuit, 30-28.
This is a big night for both teams. PNG trying to maintain momentum, and Lake Creek aiming to bounce back and steal a big district win at home. Let's talk about names you should watch tonight. On PNG side, quarterback Connor Bailey, his third year under center, his third year of district football games. It's going to be a amazing district run here for Bailey this season. And junior running back Tyson Henry, he shared the backfield a little bit more this year with Chris Diaz, but be looking for a big night from him against this Lake Creek defense.
Traditionally, PNG has been the favorite in matchups, and given their current form, they'll enter tonight with confidence. But Lake Creek has shown fight during their close win versus Strake Jesuit. This could be a tighter game than some expect if Lake Creek gets going early.
Some keys to victory for PNG. They need to establish the run game with Henry and Diaz and let the offense kind of make the hole for the running backs take their time. Not just running right into it. Diaz does that better, just lowering his shoulder and running through a defender, but also establishing the run game opens up the pass game. Quick passes, middle of the field with Brisboe, Golke, even Jackson and Benkert. And then for the offense, limit turnovers. Try to keep the ball most of the game. Keep the Lake Creek offense off the field.
In Lake Creek keys to winning tonight, they have to win the trenches and disrupt PNG's backfield, get Henry off rhythm and force the Indians to play through the air, as well as get explosive plays early to stay within reach early in the game. Once PNG gets a lead, they don't back down and it feels seemingly impossible. They also have to convert on third downs and protect the ball. Tons of turnovers from the Indians defense. You'll know they'll be looking for more of them early in this game.
Let's get some predictions right before the start. Clayton, go ahead.
Tonight, I'm going to have to go with 42-17 PNG.
Of course, I'm going with PNG. I think that if PNG gets out ahead early, it won't be close at all. But I expect Lake Creek to kind of stay into it, you know, that first half, but PNG just absolutely pull away in the second. I'm going to go 45-24 PNG.
Chris Diaz. And first kickoff for the line, number 83, Jordan.
Kicking away for Lake Creek, number 83. And back deep for the Indians, number 6, Chris Diaz, and number 3, Ryder McLeod. 80 degrees and a nice breeze. It's time for some district Texas high school football. We're off. McLeod catches the ball at the 6. A nice return, very good blocks from their unit. Doesn't make the guy miss at the 25 and brought down at the 27-yard line. Nice return from McLeod. Indians start off with the ball at their own 27. A huge offensive start to the season for the Indians. They'll start on offense here tonight. 2 receivers on the field. It's Golke to the far and Brisboe to the near. Bailey hands it off to Henry. Henry up the middle and stopped at the line of scrimmage. Only a 1-yard gain for Henry will set up a 2nd and 9 for the Indians.
PNG trying to establish this run game early to open up the pass game here as we move further into this game.
It was Nolan Carpenter on the tackle for the Lions. Good job for him coming in from the 2nd level, stopping Henry and minimizing the gain, just 1 yard. 2nd and 9, Bailey, play action, steps back, middle of the field, downfield for Golke, open and overthrown, incomplete. And completion will set up a 3rd down for the Indians.
Looks like Golke gave up on that play a little too soon. Bailey hit as he throws it, just tries to get it up just out of reach to Jude Golke. It'll set up a 3rd and 9.
An early 3rd down situation for the Indians offense. A 3rd and 9 still from their own 28-yard line. A new 4-receiver set, Guidry and Benkert to the far, Golke and Brisboe to the near. Henry motions out to the near side. Bailey steps back, middle of the field, has Golke open, catch made at 35. Makes the guy miss at the 40 and brought down at the 43. 1st down, Indians, Jude Golke.
Last game against LaPorte, we saw a lot of Jude Golke showing off the burners, having about a 60-yard catch. As we see him right there. 1st down, Indians.
Easily the most explosive player on this Indians offense. Jude Golke shined last year in his moments as a freshman, and he just completely stepped into that role. Not having the full name of receiver 1, having Seth Brisboe too. Here he makes the grab and makes the guy miss at the 50. Almost makes number 1 miss, but not before another 1st down for Jude Golke and the Indians.
Golke already racking up 3 targets here. Only 10 minutes, 35 seconds. Quick 2 catches from Golke sets up 2 1st downs.
It's going to be a really big night for Golke if they can keep that going. Him and Benkert to the far and Brisboe to the near. Bailey steps back again, looks for Golke again, overthrows intended for Benkert. Bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Indians.
Overthrown there to number 80, Tice Benkert, as he'll check on number 10, Dalen Jackson.
Indians very confident through the air. You've seen that a lot. You didn't see it much last year. We did have Chatanier and Henry in the backfield. They were heavy on the run game. So far this year, they have a lot of confidence in Connor Bailey with that offensive line. He's had all day most of the time. Here, back in the air, it's to Jackson this time. Catch made. And gets right around the 1st down marker. They'll call him down at the 33. They will give him the 1st down. Looks like some miscommunication on the sideline. They're going to call him 1 yard short, a 3rd and 1 here for the Indians.
Through PNG's first 3 games, we've seen a lot of deep balls to Jackson that just haven't been able to connect. Maybe to try to find the rhythm here tonight.
Dawson Guidry, the special teams player of the week last week for the Indians. Here in tush-push formation. Motions toss to Henry. Henry up the middle. A good juke move in the backfield. Only a gain of 3 yards, but that's enough for an Indians 1st down.
As in that formation, you usually see Dawson Guidry and run it for about 10 yards. He tosses it to Henry right there for the 1st down to set him up at about the 30-yard line. 1st and 10.
New set of downs this time from the Lions 30-yard line. 4 receivers all bunched up to the sides of each tackle, and the running back Henry to Bailey's left. Hands it off to Henry, met at the line of scrimmage but breaks the tackle. Gets another yard before he's met by 2 Lions defenders. We'll call it a gain of 2 yards, and now 2nd and 8 for the Indians.
Great job by Henry by making something out of nothing. Looked like it'd be a gain of 2. Henry just being stopped right at the line, breaking off the tackle, getting those 2 yards to set up a 2nd and 8.
It's like a 2nd and 7 for the Indians offense. Jackson, the receiver to the near, and Brisboe to the far. Here the draw, he hands it off to Henry, and Henry gets a gain of about 2. They'll call it a 3rd and 6 here for the Indians.
PNG's run game early in this one just not being able to pan out. Henry being met in the backfield most of the plays.
Spread formation for the Indians. Bailey play action. Has some pressure over the middle. It's Gohlke. Gohlke makes the grab inside the 10-yard line and brought down at the 3. Another first down. Indians, it's Jude Gohlke on the reception.
Gohlke with 3 early receptions here tonight. Sets him up with only 3 yards to get.
It's that heavy formation once again. In the Wildcat, Dawson Guidry, the Wildcat for the Indians. Lansing and Romero, the fullbacks, and Barnwell, the tight end, to the right. Brisboe motions to the far side. Guidry fakes the toss. Stuffed at the line of scrimmage, though. They'll call it a no gain.
No gain on the play. Second down and goal.
Not often you see PNG in the Wildcat formation not get any yards as they'll bring out Connor Bailey.
There's number 14, Cash Gorley, on the stop for the Lions. Came in from the safety spot right there to stop Guidry. Back to gun formation here. 2 receivers, Brisboe and Gohlke to the near side. And Henry, the running back, to Bailey's right. Bailey gets the snap, looks to Gohlke. Brisboe in the end zone, touchdown, Indians set. Brisboe, a quick and easy 6. The Indians go up 6-0.
Gohlke with 3 early catches for around 50 yards. Dalen Jackson having a grab, and Brisboe, the final blow, putting PNG up 6-0.
Six, 7 on to make it 6-7. Good snap from Bond, the hold. And West kick is good. The Indians go up 7-0. 6 minutes, 14 left to go in the first. Indians lead.
Touchdown received by Seth Brisboe and an amazing extra point kick by Eli West. Ready to get this night started. It's feeling great out here. The sun just set, so it's a little chilly, but it's fine. There's no wind, so we're kind of vibing down here. But I'm ready for a very exciting night against Lake Creek Lions, and we'll be down here. Back to you, guys.
West kick is caught at the 5-yard line. Good return here from number 80. He's brought down at the 25.
For the stop for the Indians. 36, Caleb Lynn.
Out comes the Lions offense. Story of the town, the freshman running back for the Lions, number 22. Seems like everybody's talking about him around here. Very, very good. It's Cannon Davis. Here they'll keep the the read option himself and stopped in the backfield. Hit hard by Malvo.
Malvo a little shaken up on that play. We'll see Christian Chason come in for him.
Pistol formation for the Lions on second down. Play action, middle of the field, and broken up by Newby.
Great separation there. Newby closes it off the very last second, resulting in the incompletion. It'll be a 3rd and long for the Lions.
Chance Miller, the returning receiver for the Lions. Very good last year, his sophomore campaign. One of the best receivers in the district. He's a receiver targeted there, but broken up by Newby. Rolls out to the right side, nobody open, makes his play for himself, looks downfield and overthrown, incomplete. Another very good defensive look from Chason and Newby. Pass was intended for number 13, Juan Gonzalez.
Cash Barnwell just out of the reach of the sack. It'll set up a 4th down. The Lions will punt it.
Back deep for the Indians, the receiver 15, Dawson Gidry.
Dawson Gidry to receive for the Indians. Pretty good kick from the Lions punter there. Good catch by Gidry. Makes a guy miss at the 40, makes another one miss. Into Lion territory now and still up past the 40. Call him down to the 38-yard line. A very good return from Gidry. Back out comes the Indians offense, a 2-receiver set. It's Jackson to the near and Golke to the far. 2 tight end look, it's Hansing to the near to left tackle and Romero to the right. Bailey gets the snap, steps back, looks for Jackson downfield. Good coverage, but overthrown. Good effort from Jackson there. Laying out for the grab, but can't pull it in.
As I mentioned earlier, that Bailey-Jackson connection just hasn't been it. First 3 games. Trying to hit Jackson there, just out of reach. It'll set up a 2nd and 10.
There's number 1, McCoy Cudd on the coverage for the Lions. 2 receivers this time, Brisboe and Golke to the far. Play action, Golke, middle of the field catch. Looks like he's still up at the 35. But brought down by Cudd at the 29-yard line. Right around his neck, but no call, but a 1st down for the Indians.
Golke has been that guy here tonight. 4 catches, over 80 yards, sets up a 1st down for PNG.
New set of downs, Indians. Here's Bailey, hands it off to Diaz. Diaz up the middle, makes the guy miss in the backfield and brought down inside the 10 at the 8. But a 1st down for the Indians, Chris Diaz.
Diaz getting his first action here tonight. make something happen. Sets them up inside of the 10. They'll mark them down at the 9.
Indians stay in the 2-receiver set. It's Benkert and Brisboe both to the near side. Hansing and Romero still the tight ends, each to bow tackle, and Diaz still the running back, this time to Bailey's right. Bailey relays the play, gets the snap, hands it off to Diaz. Diaz up the middle, lowers his shoulder. Respectable gain of, we'll call it 4 yards, a 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line now for the Indians.
Chris Diaz loves the contact that we saw during the LaPorte game, just running people over. Carry by Diaz will set up a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal, same unit on the field. It's on tied in to the near side. It will be Joseph Keith. Romero checks out. Brisboe and Benkert both to the far side. Now here Bailey hands it off to Diaz. Diaz up the middle, runs over some defenders and walks right into the end zone. Another 6 for the Indians, 13-0. Indians pulling away in the first.
Diaz punches it in for the Indians. Golke setting them up inside of the red zone. Chris Diaz with a good carry. It'll be 13-0 Indians.
Bonds, Rhodey, and West. Good snap, good hold. West kick is good. 2 drives, 2 scores for the Indians, 14-0. 3 minutes, 24 left to go in the first quarter. Indians leading here at Montgomery ISD Stadium in Montgomery, Texas. Eli West on to kick it away for the Indians. A deep kick from West, caught at the 1-yard line. Finds a hole and has some room, but steps out of bounds around the 25-yard line. He'll call it the 24. The 23-yard return from Dane Dottie. Zero positive yards on the last drive for the Lions offense. Needing to make a big change here. We also saw 0 carries from that freshman running back. Might see him here on first down. Gets the snap, hands it off to him up the middle, but met in the backfield. He'll run up forward for about a 2-yard gain, though, after contact. It'll be a 2nd and 8 now for the Lions. Colwell gets the snap, play action, met by Winfrey in the backfield and not going anywhere. It's Jackson Winfrey walking right through the line and throwing him down. We'll bring up a 3rd and 14 for the Lions.
Winfrey with a full head of steam brings him down to set up a 3rd and long here for the Lions.
Lions gonna have to go right back to the air right here. I seemingly had nothing out of this offense so far. Indians send 5 on 3rd down. Colwell can't go anywhere, sacked in the backfield. Blake Brashers and Gavin Turpin getting in the backfield for the Indians. They bring up a 4th and 18. Another drive, more negative yard results. A quick 3 and out for the Lake Creek offense. Number 83, Kai Jordan to punt it away for the Lions, and Dawson Guidry back deep to return it for the Indians. Good snap, high punt, and out of bounds. Looks like it went out of bounds at the Indians' 41-yard line. About a 59-yard kick right there by Kai Jordan. Pins the Indians back pretty far there. Nearing the 50-yard line, they'll see the Indians can do. It's 14-0, 1 minute and 12 left to go in the first quarter here at Montgomery ISD Stadium in Montgomery, Texas. First and 10, Bailey play action. Middle of the field, downfield for Jackson. Jackson slips up around the 20-yard line. Pass will fall incomplete.
PNG still trying to hit Jackson on that deep ball. Jackson having a lot of separation. There is a flag on the play.
Illegal hands to the face there on the Lake Creek defense. An incompletion, but still a 15-yard gain with the penalty. Indians now have a new set of downs in Lake Creek territory here at the Lake Creek 44. Brisboe and Golke to the far. Bailey, play action, looks for Golke over the middle, overthrown and almost intercepted. Golke was the target.
Depending on the play, number 1,
But it was number 1, McCoy Cudd, who almost brought it in for the Lions and turned over possession. But Indians will take a 2nd down. Tice Binkert will check in for Joseph Keith. 3 receivers on the field now for the Indians.
Bailey had Golke open as they could have connected. It could have resulted in a touchdown. Just out of reach. It is a 2nd and 10.
All 3 receivers pressed around the field. Bailey will hand it off to Henry. Henry met in the backfield and breaks the tackle. Has some room with a good block from Brisboe to the outside and brought down at the 28-yard line. A big gain on 2nd down. 1st down, Indians.
Big momentum changer there for Tyson Henry. Henry not having much going early in this game tonight. Gets that 15-yard run, sets him up inside of the 30. They'll mark him down at the 28.
The more and more you see the Indians go through the air, the more it opens up Henry in that run game for more unexpected runs. Here the Lions showing blitz, sending 5. Bailey completes the pass to Brisboe on the line. Touchdown, Indians. Brisboe catches a strike from Bailey. Indians up 20-0. Still with 45 left to go in the first.
Seth Brisboe tallies on another one here tonight. Tyson Henry setting up the 28-yard touchdown to Seth Brisboe.
Bond, Girodi, and West on for the point after. Good snap, good hold. Eli West kick is good. Still not done with the first, but the Indians lead 21-0. Nathan Matute kicks it away for the Indians. This kick caught at the 2-yard line. No blocks. Looks like it was Nathan Matute making his own tackle right there for the Indians. Looks like he stopped the lines inside the 20-yard line at the 19, but they do give him that 20-yard line mark. 38 seconds left to go for this Lake Creek offense, so maybe score here in the first quarter.
Hopefully Lake Creek can get something going and get a net positive yardage on this drive.
Total of -13 so far for the Lions. Here Colwell hands it off to his back. Met at the line, breaks a tackle. Biggest gain of the night, they'll call it 4 yards. And it was the freshman running back number 22, Cannon Davis, on the carry. Set up a 2nd and 6 for the Lions.
We got to talk with some freshman football players from Lake Creek, and they said that Cannon Davis resemblance looks like Cam Scadaboon. You saw it right there, loves the contact. Only a 3-yard gain will set up a 2nd and 7.
That's the last play of the first quarter. Indians lead 21-0.
Hey, sports fans, we are here at the end of the first quarter. It is 21-0 with the Indians leading, and we have had 2 touchdowns receiving by Seth Brisboe and 1 running by Chris Diaz. I love the way that the Indians are running Chris Diaz whenever we get close to the goal line to push through the line and really get into the end zone, and using Tyson Henry in the midfield to really get those long runs with his speed. It's going to be a great game. I can't wait to see how the second quarter goes, and we'll see you all soon. Back to you, Caden.
Colwell gets this snap and hands it off to the back. Met in the backfield, but still up for another 3-yard gain. Looks like tackle was eventually made by Ryder McLeod.
Cannon Davis just not wanting to go down there like a wrecking ball. Only a 2-yard gain.
Still in the negative on the total gains. -8 yards tonight so far for the Lions. 3 receivers set for the Lions here. Colwell steps back, right side of the field for Davis. Hit on his legs and runs over Indians defender, but Cason Burnham doesn't let him go any further. A loss of yards, a loss of 2 will bring up a 4th and 9 for the Lions.
Great job realizing the pressure was coming. Hitting it to his check down, Cannon Davis. Cannon Davis running over Joseph Malvo.
Kai Jordan to punt it away again for Lake Creek. And Dawson Guidry back deep for the Indians. A huge 59-yard punt for Jordan on the last time. See if he can pin the Indians back far again on this one. Very good snap in the lefty punt. High, shorter than last time. He'll catch it. A fair catch made at the 45-yard line. The Indians will start their first drive of the second quarter on the 45. Indians lead 21-0 with 10 minutes and 28 seconds left to go in the second quarter. First and 10, Bailey gets the snap. Double move, looks downfield for Jackson. Jackson incomplete. Jackson drops it. Very good ball right there, but also amazing coverage. It was number 14, Cash Gorley again. He's made some very crucial plays for the Lions defense. There, all up over the receiver Jackson. Indians right back to that same formation. This time Golke and Brisboe to the near side, and Diaz moves to Bailey's right. Bailey gets the snap. Play action again over the middle for Brisboe. Brisboe carries the defender an extra 2 yards, but still a yard shy of the first down marker. A 2nd and 1 for the Indians.
Brisboe with 2 early touchdowns here tonight. Gets himself another 9-yard gain. Sets up a 3rd and short.
Third and 1. Diaz on the ground here. Hands it off to him and just jumping forward for the first down. They'll call it a 6-yard gain and a new set of downs for the Indians.
Diaz running with some intent right there, doing whatever he can to get that first down.
First and 10, Bailey gets the snap and off to Diaz. Diaz up the middle. Not a lot of room, but still moving after contact. 11-yard gain. It is enough for an Indians first down.
Like Caden said earlier, as this game keeps going, the passing game going well, it's going to build off with the run game, as we saw right there. Chris Diaz with a 10-yard rush, getting the first down. Set him up at the Lake Creek 30.
Indians marching down the field, a new set of downs at the Lake Creek 30. Bailey gets the snap, steps back, surveys, hit as he throws, but Benkert catches it in the end zone. Touchdown, Indians. Tice Benkert brings in his first touchdown of the year, and the Indians go up 27-0.
Chris Diaz's 10-yard run sets up Tice Benkert's 30-yard touchdown, putting the Indians up 27-0.
Amazing catch right there by Benkert, but a great ball from Bailey, throwing it as he's being hit hard in the backfield. Looks like it didn't affect it at all, though. An absolute money ball for Benkert. The point after by West is good, and the Indians go up 28-0. 8 minutes, 29 left in the second. But for now, we'll send it down to Marquis Gasson.
Hey sports fans, and we are back after another Indians touchdown. It is 28-0 with the Indians leading by another receiving touchdown by Tice Benkert, that time the junior. And we are so excited to keep this game going, but I just want to give a huge shout out to our defense right now, forcing a 3 and out every single time they have been out there. Very first, second, and third drive by the Lions, and we are getting the ball quick, and we are scoring quick, ready to rack up a ton of points and get this game on a roll. We'll be back next time, possibly after this next score. Back to you, Caden.
Eli West on to kick it away again for the Indians. Shorter kick here. Fair catch is made around the 13-yard line. That'll automatically set him out to the 25. Lake Creek offense makes their way out with 8 minutes and 29 left to go. I guess it's pretty obvious the story of their game is the offense was not the greatest, low-scoring games. very good in crucial moments, but just done absolutely nothing today. -8 yards total in the first quarter, in the first drive of the second. Making their way onto the field here, starting off fresh, 1st and 10. In the pistol formation here, Colwell gets the snap. Play action, middle of the field, nobody open. Pressure from Winfrey. Winfrey bringing down the Lake Creek quarterback. Flashbacks to last year at home with the game-winning sack. That's his second tonight for the Indians. A huge loss of yards will set up a 2nd and 20 for the Lions.
Like Caden was saying, I think the Lions have negative yards here early in this game. Going into the second quarter, just not what they were wanting.
This time a 2-receiver set. Colwell gets the snap, hands it off to Davis. Davis to the outside with some room, met by Newby, but breaks the tackle. He's still up past the original line of scrimmage, but brought down at the 27. 13-yard gain will set up a 3rd and 7 for the Lions.
Cannon Davis having some room to run. If he just got past the one PNG defender, he could have been going all the way. It will be a 13-yard gain and set up a 3rd and 7.
4-receiver look here on 3rd down for Lake Creek. Colwell steps back, right side of the field, middle of the field, intercepted. St. Newby drops it. Seems that if he just had it in his hands, but can't bring it in. The incompletion will bring up another 4th down. And once again, the Lake Creek offense goes 3 and out. We'll send out the Lions punt unit.
Zane Newby turning around and the ball's just right in his hands, not expecting it. Lions will have to punt it away with 7 minutes and 6 seconds left.
With the amount of punts, you wonder how much they practice it. Fun fact, their long snapper, number 7, an Air Force commit, Cooper Gary, a 5-star punter on Cole's kicking. One of the best long snappers in the nation. Here, Jude Golke returns it to the 45-yard line, hit really late by Cooper Gary. But there is flags on the field. We'll see what the call is here. Looks like they're going to call it holding on the receiving team. We'll set him back 10 yards from the end of the play. That'll be a 1st and 10 now. Indians start at their own 30-yard line. 28-0 lead. 6 minutes, 58 seconds left to go in the second. Right back on comes the Indians offense. Brisboe and Guidry stacked up to the near side here. Bailey tosses it out to Henry. Henry to the sideline and steps out of bounds at the 33. They will call it a gain of 4 yards and a 2nd and 6 here for the Indians.
Bailey motions out Brisboe. It was almost some eye candy. He was act like a lead blocker for Henry. Nothing going there for Henry. It'll be a 3-yard gain, a 2nd and 7.
Back to the 2-receiver set this time to each side of the field. It's Brisboe to the near and Guidry to the far. Henry, the running back, to Bailey's right. Bailey gets the snap, hands it off to Henry. Henry up the middle, some good blocks, has some room, makes 2 defenders miss, and gets to the 50 before he's pushed out of bounds. A very big run from Henry and a 1st down for the Indians. There is flags in the backfield. Let's see what the call is. It's like hands to the face as you saw Black's helmet come off on the play. 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. We'll say 15 yards from the end of the play. A huge gain on the 15-yard run by Henry. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the Lions 35. First and 10, same look for the Indians. This time, Jackson, the receiver to the far side. Maybe look for Jackson in the air again. He had it on the last one, just dropped it. See what he can do here. They are doing that. Bailey downfield for Jackson in the end zone. Touchdown, Indians. Dalen Jackson gets his 6th. Indians up big, 34-0. Jackson with a 35-yard touchdown.
Bailey connecting with Jackson. A lot of missed early attempts here. Bailey trying to get at Jackson about 4 times before then. PNG just sharing the love here tonight in Montgomery. Up 34 to Lake Creek 0.
Indians up huge halfway through the second quarter. West on for the point after. High snap, but a good hold. West kick is good, and the Indians go up 35-0. Pulling away every single drive. 6 minutes, 16 seconds left to go. Indians up 35-0. West on to kick it away for the Indians. Matute right there next to him, though. Could see that trick kick. The Indians do here. It's like West will kick it away. Really deep kick, caught at the 5-yard line. Return starts there. He'll go up the sideline and push out of bounds at the 29. Like they'll give him a couple extra yards. Call it 1st and 10 from the Lions 33. Before the Lions offense heads out, we'd like to thank the most important people, the sponsors: Cascade Vibration Solutions, Leo Weeks Photographers, Complete Athlete, Farmers Insurance James Carpenter Agency, Maria's Diner, F. Mole Masonry, Gregory Law Firm, Advantage Real Estate, Drody Roofing and Construction, Priority Health and Wound Care, Classic Finds, the Port Neches Groves Masonic Lodge. Thank you all for what you do for us. Like a 6-yard gain there on the play for the Lions. That catch was made by number 13, Juan Gonzalez. Hands it off to the back. A gain of 2 yards before he's pushed down by multiple Indian defenders. It's like the running back on the play this time was number 4, Jace Zabigala.
First time we've seen him here tonight in the second quarter. Number 22, Cannon Davis will check back on.
Pistol formation. Colwell gets the snap off to Davis. Davis up the middle. That's 3 Indian defenders. Guess who? Jackson Winfrey and the man, Caleb Cadena. Getting back there for the Indians, stopping him, a loss of 2 yards. Now a 4th and 5 for the Lions, and they're going to have to punt it away once again. Nothing going the Lions' way. Another 3 and out for Lake Creek.
Jackson Winfrey having a field day here tonight, having the 2 sacks, tallies on a tackle for loss. as we'll get to see Air Force commit long snapper once again.
Cooper Gary, the long snapper for the Lions, and Kai Brown to punt it away. Deep punt by Brown. Guidry's not going to be able to return it. A very good roll, too. A roll out of bounds at the 20. Called the 17-yard line. Huge punt from Brown. And the Indians have to start inside their own 20-yard line. It's 35-0. There's 4 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the second quarter. See if this drive can't run out the rest of this second quarter. We'll have it right here on Indian Press on YouTube. Indians offense back on the field. Here Bailey gets the snap and off to Henry. Henry gets a couple yards before he's hit. We'll call it a gain of 2. It's like a line defender shaken up after the hit he put on Henry. Number 17, Luke Shiflett on the tackle for the Lions.
PNG just looking to run this clock out with 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
Both receivers on the field stacked up to the near side. Here Bailey looking for Golke, but overthrown out of bounds. Bring up a 3rd and 8. The clock stops at 3 minutes 54. Indian.
Punt alert here for the Indians. Indians wanting to get this first down, chew this clock out to 0.
4 receiver look for the Indians on 3rd and 8. 3 receivers to the near side, Golke, Guidry, and Benkert, and Brisboe to the far side. Henry lined up right to Bailey's left. Bailey, play action, surveys middle of the field, not a lot of time, but hits Guidry and dropped. Incomplete. Bring up a 4th down. The first time we've had to see the Indians punt it away tonight. They will send him out. It's going to be Chris Diaz to punt it away for the Indians.
Like Caden was saying, every drive before this has been a touchdown. Seth Brisboe touchdown. Seth Brisboe another touchdown. Chris Diaz with a touchdown. And Ty Spinkert and Dalen Jackson. PNG up 35-0.
Good snap. Diaz gets the punt away. A very good kick of his own. Catch caught at the 50, a diving catch. Good idea, though. Lions will start in PNG territory at the 47-yard line. Looks like some early signs of life in this drive. 3 minutes 41 left to go. The Indians lead 35-0. Colwell gets the snap and off to Adams again. A good carry. This time they'll call it a gain of 6. It's like the biggest gain on first down of the night. Again, number 22, Cannon Davis on the carry.
Most definitely, Caden has a lot of these drives before this has resulted in tackle for loss, sack. Lions finding some life here late in the second quarter.
1 receiver to the near side. It's number 2, Chance Miller. And Dane Dottie, the receiver to the far here. He gets the reception. Incomplete, though. He drops it on the screen. We'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Here's Juan Gonzalez on the target. The tight end Logan Woods lined up next to him. Now junior tight end Dakota Clark in the slot to the near side. It's like a pass set here for the Lions. We'll hand it off to the running back. Winfrey tries to lift him off his feet, but it's Brashers there to lay it down. A gain of 2 yards. Pick up a 4th and 3 for the Lions. Looks like they're going to go for it here. The first drive without a punt. Got to love the aggression late in the second quarter.
Anything for that little momentum boost here late in the second quarter. If PNG can find a way to get a stop, they will have plenty of time to go down and score before the half.
Not much momentum, but the Lions need this here. To the freshman running back, he dives forward, looks short of the marker. They might have gave it to him. Looks like they're going to pull the chains out. They do give him that first down. Looks like they might pull out the chains here. First time we've seen this year. It's like they're rolling out the chains here to see if he got it on 4th down. Again, it was the freshman running back, Cannon Davis, on the carry. Pulls the chain back and looks like he's short. Indian ball. No first down yet again for the Lions. The Indians stopping them again. But for now, we'll send it down to Marquis Gasson.
Hey, Indians. The Indians just got a huge 4th down stop to get the ball back. But I just want to talk about that catch by Dalen Jackson that he had. He's been outrunning his defender multiple times, and we've been throwing it to him, but he just hasn't made the catch yet. And for that touchdown, he finally got that catch, and that has to be a confidence booster to kick it in for the end of this first half and throughout the second. Can't wait to see how him and the rest of the Indians do. Now let's get another touchdown right here. Back to you, Caden.
1st and 10, Indians stacked up, 4 receivers on the field. Bailey going deep again, looking downfield. Jackson open on the near side, catch is made, runs over the receiver. The corner. Jackson with the big reception, lowering the shoulder.
Great pocket presence there by Connor Bailey, stepping up into the pocket, firing it over to Jackson for the first down.
Looks like there's a timeout on the field. The 2-minute timeout, the newest edition of high school football. Gets weirder and weirder every time. Here at the 2-minute, Indians lead 35-0. We'll have a new set of downs when we come back right here at Montgomery ISD Stadium on Indian Press on YouTube. Indians back on after that 2-minute timeout. Bailey gets the snap, middle of the field. A little bit of pressure from the Lions, but overthrows Jackson, incomplete. Bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Indians.
Bailey trying to hit Jackson once again, just out of reach. PNG will be in Lion territory at the 46-yard line.
A 4-receiver set here for the Indians. Jackson, the lone receiver, to the near. Golke, Guidry, and Brisboe to the far. Benkert instead of Guidry. Play action, right side of the field. DeLu, short pass catch made at the 35. First down, Indians.
Another first down grab there by Dalen Jackson. As we mentioned earlier, a lot of missed attempts to Jackson, finding some life here late in the second quarter, having 3 grabs for well over 60 yards here tonight.
Getting close to that minute 30 mark. Bailey steps back, looks Brisboe's way, tosses it off for Henry, but incomplete. It's like Henry felt the pressure from the defense right there. That 2 guys running at him. Maybe not a bad idea to let it land on the ground right there, stop the clock a little bit. A minute 25 left to go. Benkert will check on for Hansing. Checks out for another 4-receiver set here on 2nd down. Again, Dalen Jackson, the lone receiver to the far. Golke, Benkert, Brisboe to the far. Bailey steps up in the pocket. Looks downfield for Golke, but incomplete. No catch made on 2nd down. Bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Indians.
Pressure getting to Connor Bailey on that one. Just being able to get the throw off, just out of reach to number 2, Jude Golke. PNG will have 1 minute and 18 seconds left.
Same group, same formation here for the Indians. It's like Golke's going to line up behind Benkert on this one. Henry still to Bailey's left. Rolls out left side, hands it off to Henry. Henry up the middle, has some room, makes the guy miss and brought down at the 15. A nice run, 20-yard gain, and a first down for the Indians.
PNG with a little trickery here late in the second quarter. There'll be a timeout on the Indians. We'll have 1 minute and 7 seconds left.
It's going quicker than Beaumont United. We could be done by 8:30.
A 1st and 10 for the Indians, that same formation. Bailey looking for Jackson again in the end zone, and just incomplete. Another 2nd and 10 for the Indians. Not much time off the clock, it'll just be 6 seconds.
Dalen Jackson almost having him another touchdown here tonight. Would have been Bailey's 5th passing touchdown. Just off of Dalen's hands. It'll be 1 minute and 2 seconds left.
Three receivers, Benkert, Brisboe to the near, Jackson to the far. Benkert motion to the far side. Whistles on the play. delay of game on the Indians will set them back 5 yards. A 2nd and 15 now for PNG. A 2nd and 15 after the delay of game. It's be Golke in the slot to the far side, Brisboe to the numbers, and Jackson on the numbers to the near. Here Bailey hands it off to Diaz. Diaz, a powerful run inside the 15 to the 14. It'll be a 3rd and 9 for the Indians.
And on the tackle, number 27, Nolan Carpenter.
PNG only having enough time to get maybe 1 or 2 more plays here, as they might let the clock run and kick the field goal. Let number 67, Elijah West, kick it.
Looks like they will call the timeout. Their 2nd of the first half. When we come back, it'll be a 3rd and 9 from the 14-yard line. But for now, the Indians lead 35-0. Four receivers set for the Indians. 2 receivers stacked up to both sides of the tackles. And Diaz, the running back, to Bailey's left. He steps back, looks to the left side of the field, middle of the field for Brisboe, caught in the end zone. It's like taking a walk down the boardwalk for Brisboe tonight. Another 6, his 3rd of the night. 41-0, Indians lead with 23 seconds left to go.
Connor Bailey tallies on another one. That'll be his 5th of the night in just the first half, putting the Indians up 41-0 with 23 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter.
Six Seven's kick is good, and the Indians go up 42-0. A huge drive for the Indians and another score before the end of the 2nd. We'll be back right after this with all the action on Indian Press on YouTube.
And kicking off number 67, Elijah West.
Short kick by West, but a good roll. Turner can't quite get it. Slips up from where he picks it up. Makes a guy miss, though. He has some room now. Makes Franklin miss. But 6'7's going to be there to knock the ball out. Looks like the Lions got it back. But Eli West, the dual threat kicker, came in to get the tackle and stripped the ball out, too. They jumped right back on top of it. Lake Creek ball will have it from their own 31 with 10 seconds left to go in the 2nd quarter.
And Lake Creek with ball, 1st and 10 from their own 31.
a receiver to both sides. Here Caldwell gets the snap and just kneels it out in the second quarter. And that will be the last play of the first half. 0 first downs for Lake Creek in the first half. The Indians defense putting on a stellar performance. You talk about the defense, you got to talk about the offense just lighting up the stat sheet. 5 touchdowns for Connor Bailey through the air, 3 of them to Seth Brisboe, 1 to Dalen Jackson, and 1 to Tice Benkert. Can't forget about Chris Diaz getting the 6th on the ground. And when we come back, we'll have the 7th. But for now, the PNG Purple Pride Band.
In the words of legendary announcer Mr. Tip Duran, bonsoir mes amis, les bon temps rouler. It is with particular pleasure and profound pride that I present to you the Purple Pride of Port Neches Groves, the Indian Band and Indianettes 2025-2026. The performing groups are under the field direction of drum majors Peyton Bryan, Madison Cantrell, Cheyenne Sadler, Alyssa Trong. The twirlers are performing their routines as Shut Up and Dance. For the 2025-2026 Indian twirlers are Towhead Twirler, Brooklyn Buckaloo, Towhead Twirler, Riley West, Chloe Blanchard, Evelyn Durham, Madison McBride, Maggie Stoops, Addison Tobias, Sophia Totten, Kristen Booth. The 2025-2026 Indianet officers from left to right are Lieutenant Aaron Morris, Lieutenant Layla Budwine, Lieutenant Lanny Abshire, Captain Betsy McIntyre, Lieutenant Malia Shields, Lieutenant Reese Pasala, Lieutenant Macy Lumpkin. The Indianettes will now perform a routine to Viva La Vida.
is a tradition for the Indianettes to announce the most outstanding individuals of the week. Kicker of the week is Ella Cadena. Indianette of the week is Sophia Simon. Indianette directors are Courtney Schicksteiner, Elisa Barnett, Alicia Apsher. The Indian Band and Indianettes will now perform their halftime show to Crazy in Love. Band directors are Alex Wells, Christian Griffin, J.C. Alexander, and Caitlin Manley. Indianette twirler sponsor is Tony Hopper. Horns up, Cherokee Plume! Indian Spirit this year is Brennan Skinner.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tonight, we celebrate history at Lake Creek High School. Please direct your attention to the 50-yard line as we honor our very own Lake Creek Lions softball team, your 2025 5A Division II state champion. This incredible group of young women and their coaches completed a perfect season, finishing with an undefeated record of 37-0. Over the course of the season, they outscored their opponents by an astounding 403 to 68 run differential, and in doing so, set new season records in doubles, triples, RBIs, and runs scored. They finished the season ranked 4th in the nation and 1st in the state of Texas. But their excellence didn't stop there. Every member of this team earned a spot on the academic all-district team, maintaining a 90 or above average in all their classes. They are the true embodiment of student athletes. Tonight, we celebrate their dedication by awarding each player her state champion ring. These rings stand as a testament to the countless hours of effort, relentless preparation, and determination that fueled this unforgettable season. Let's give a huge round of applause as we welcome and honor the 2025 softball state champions, the Lake Creek Lions softball team. Presenting the rings will be Principal Tim Williams, Assistant Campus Coordinator Michelle Rochinsky, Athletic Director Brad LaPlante, and Superintendent Dr. Mark Ruffin. Our team, Brady Gossett, Laney Galloway, Abby Este, Caitlin Clare, Miranda Orso, Macy Nowak, Addie Davis, Bella Kirby, Gracie Brewer, Chloe McLean, Madeline Davis, Cameron Jackson, Sarah Wiggins, Jalen Williams, Morgan Wynn, Annalise Torres, Manager Carly Romano, Manager Delaney Yanish, Manager Emma York. Unable to attend tonight is one of our managers, Alexa Beavers, and our 3 seniors from the 2025 season who are away at college. They are Chesney Davis, Chloe Futch, and Maggie Hayward. Now your coaches for your Lake Creek Lions. Assistant Coach Casey Spivey. Assistant Coach Dylan Larson. And Head Coach of the Lions is Candace Carter. Once again, let's hear it for your undefeated, record-breaking 37-0 state champion Lake Creek Lions softball team.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting in all their majesty, the Lake Creek High School Royals dance team. This summer, the Royals attended camp, where they were awarded the Enthusiasm Award and earned the highest score on their final evaluation. Check out the Royals Facebook and Instagram page for more information on how you can support us at our Boot Scoot and Barbecue tomorrow on September 27th. The Royals would like to thank their parents, family, friends, and community for their continued support. Please Enjoy this performance. Dance officers for the Royals are Lieutenant Kinley Moss, Lieutenant Pansy Hall, Lieutenant Bethany Gordy, Captain Heidi Eichenberger, Major Avery Bass, Colonel Madison Jones. Social officers are Secretary Lyric Hall, Historian McKenna Rodano, Social Chairman Ella Shahan, Publicity Chairman Leah Smalley, Vice President Kira Springs, President Emma Tayez. Royal of the Week is Michaela Spear. A huge thank you for our sponsors, Sir First Construction Group, Ryan and Megan Azell, Billy Thurston Insurance, and Cutting Edge Technology. The Royals are under the direction of Chelsea Pepperell, assisted by Sarah Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lake Creek High School is proud to present the Lion Band, the Pride of Montgomery. The Lion Band is under the field direction of drum majors Kate Allman and Hannah Cullinan. Our freshman band member of the week is Phoebe Sarte. The Marcher of the Week is Mason Shaney. The Section of the Week is the Battery Percussion. And the Section Leader of the Week is Jalen Guarda. The Lion Band now presents the concluding two parts of our 2025 UIL Marching Show, Let It Be. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lake Creek Lion Band. Directors of the Lion Band are Matthew Martinez and Matthew Boozer, with color guard director Shannon Allman and percussion technician Chris Smith. The Lion Band is proud to work with the support of Dr. Brent Allman of Woodlands Family Medicine, NH Athletics, Sunny Creek Ranch, serving the needs of our heroes right here in Montgomery, Shaney Homes, Reed's Realty Group, the Vandenberg family, Oscar Rios and Corey Winters with Fire Protect and Nice Air Conditioning and Heating. Thank you for the help and support from the faculty and staff at Lake Creek High School under the direction of Principal Williams, as well as the continued support of the College of Montgomery ISD and Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Mark Ruffin.
How about those bands and dancers out there? Give it up, let's make some noise. Your hometown Lions. And kicking off your Indians tonight, number 67, Elijah West.
And we're back here with more PNG football. Number 67, Elijah West, to kick it away. PNG having a stellar first half, putting up 42 points, 5 passing touchdowns from Connor Bailey. Elijah West's kick lands at about the 28-yard line. It'll be returned at the 31. PNG will take over from there.
Sports fans, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to the Purple Pride Band and the Indianettes and Twirlers for their amazing halftime performance, and also another huge congratulations to Coach Carter and the Lake Creek Lions softball team who just received their state championship rings. We played them in the playoffs, and they are an amazing, super strong team who have pretty much their entire team coming back this year. Can't wait to see how they do. But the second half is about to kick off right here. Back to you, Caden.
Fair gain of 9 on the carry there by Davis. Called a 2nd and 1 for the Lions. Pistol formation for the Lions here on 2nd down. Colwell gets the snap, looks quick to the left side, pump fake. Double move, a lot of pressure from Burnham, and he's gonna throw him down. Burnham with the big sack on 2nd down.
Kason Burnham finally getting back out there after an injury, showing what he can do, playing outside linebacker. Great play by Kason Burnham right there.
Second and 8 for the Lions here. Colwell gets the snap, rolls out left side. Nobody open. Newbies covering. A lot of pressure in Kason Burnham. Once again, this time with some help from Gavin Turpin. 2 sacks in a row from Kason Burnham, and he loses 6 yards on the play. Back on comes the punt unit.
Lake Creek not being able to gain anything right there. Been like this the whole game. It would not surprise me if they are in the negative yards. We'll see Dawson Guidry set back at the 30.
Fourth and 14, punt unit. 5-star long snapper and Kai Jordan. A huge punt for the Lions. And fair catch is made at the PNG 33. 9 minutes, 43 seconds. Come back with the Indians on offense right here on Indian Press on YouTube. First and 10, here's the Indians offense. Alfredo Salas, the quarterback, gets rid of it quick to the far side. Vincent Cormier on the catch. Stopped at the 35, but not brought down. He pushes forward for an extra 3 yards. A 2nd and 7 for the Indians.
Looks like we'll see Alfredo Salas showing what he can do on the field. Backup quarterback. Let's see what he can do.
Second and 7, the receivers on the field. Cormier and Guidry both to the near side. Like their running back still Tyson Henry. 2 Salas's left. Fumbles the handoff. Henry picks it back up, but loses yards on the play.
Salas looking a little nervous right there. Couldn't get it to Tyson Henry. That'll set them back on their own 30.
Third and 12 here for the Indians. That's 3 receivers all lined up to the near side. Salas just going to hand it off to Henry. Henry with some room up the middle, breaks the tackle. Still going past the 50 and brought down at the 45-yard line. First down, Indians. Tyson Henry. A big run on 3rd down gives the Indians a new set of downs.
We saw a lot of runs like that last year in this exact same game. Just back and back, neck and neck touchdowns. A lot of long runs in that game.
Guidry and Benkert, the receivers to the near side. The running back now, Diaz. Diaz gets the carry. Only gets an extra yard. It'll be a 2nd and 9 for the Indians. It's like Cormier instead of Benkert on the field. Still that starting offensive line look. The tight ends, Joseph Keith and Ledger Hansing. Guidry and Cormier stacked up to the near side. And Diaz, the running back, to Fredo's right. Salas gets the snap, hands it off to Diaz. Diaz up the middle, jumps over the defender and still up to the 31. First down, Indians. Chris Diaz clears the defender and gets him a new set.
We have seen a lot of Chris Diaz in these past few games, showing everything he's got. Has 7 touchdowns on the season.
Cormier lined up in the slot to the near side, and Guidry on the numbers. He'll hand it down to Henry. Henry pushed forward by Reeves for an extra 2 yards after the carry. Be a 2nd and 6 for the Indians. Second and 6 for the Indians. 3 receivers. It's like Murray, Cormier, and Guidry. Salas hands it off to Henry again. Henry up the middle. Another gain of 4 yards and a 3rd and 2 for the Indians. A Christian Montgomery checking in for Tyson Henry, and Joseph Keith for Tice Benkert.
Looks like we see Garrett Weiss step on the field. Good to see him out there.
Third and 2, Weiss on the numbers, and Cormier in the slot. The running back now, Montgomery, to Salas's right. Lions showing blitz on 3rd and short. Lions send 7. Montgomery pushing forward past the line of scrimmage. It's like a gain of 1 yard. We'll see what the line judge says.
You could see Montgomery fighting for extra yards. It looks like he will come up a little short. Looks like they will stay out there and go for it.
They do call it a 4th and inches here. I formation, looks like a little bit of tush push here. Salas under center. Good push by Hansing, and that will be enough for an Indians first down. That extra push from Hansing gives him all that he needs.
You would think they would put Dawson Guidry in there as the Wildcat quarterback like he has been the past few weeks, having 3 touchdowns against LaPorte last week. Just really making an impact out there on the field. Dawson Guidry plays receiver, Wildcat quarterback, punt returner, just really showing the things that he can do.
A fresh set of downs right at the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Weiss and Cormier, the receivers. Here Salas steps back, throws it to the end zone. Just a little bit overthrown and incomplete. Bring up a 2nd and 10.
Looks like a little miscommunication by Weiss and Salas right there. Looks like Salas thought he was going to run a fade. Weiss looks like he ran a 5-yard out route.
Same spot here, 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Lions stacking the box here on 2nd down. They send 8 here, RPO. Good read from Salas. Good gain will be a gain of 4 yards, a 3rd and 6 here for the Indians. Catch made by Vincent Cormier. Gain of 4. That'll be an official timeout on the field. 3 minutes, 43 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Indians lead big 42-0. We'll be right back with all the action right here on YouTube. third down, Salas goes for the end zone. An incomplete pass intended for Luke Murray there on third down, but incomplete. Like the Indians are going to send out that field goal unit.
Looks like we'll see number 67, Elijah West, set up for a 30-yard field.
Holding tonight, number 24, Roddy. Or kicker number 57, Elijah West.
Eli West on for the field goal. It's going to be a 34-yarder here. Low snap, but a good hold from Drody. West kick is good, and the Indians put on another 3. 45-0, the Indians lead. We'll be right back after this Indians break right here on Indian Press on YouTube. Elijah West on to kick it away. This kick caught by Adams at the 18, picks it up and runs up to the 25, makes some guys miss, still up and pushed out of bounds by Valson at the 45-yard line. Called back to about the 43, a good return from Adams.
We'll see Cannon Davis.
Okay, Marquis, go.
Hey sports fans, we are here. Each team has both had their opening drives of the second half, and the Indians had another amazing defensive stop, and we didn't get exactly the outcome we wanted with not getting a touchdown for that last offensive drive, but we did end it with a field goal. We'll be right back at the end of this third quarter with score updates from our other local teams. We're excited to see you back. Back to you, Caden.
Davis on the carry of 3 yards. We'll set up a 2nd and 8. Short carry and a good tackle by Blake Satcher.
Cannon Davis, a freshman, seen a lot of carries on the field tonight, just running through people.
Colwell hands it off to Davis. Davis runs into his lineman, but still moving forward. 4-yard gain, a 3rd and 4 now for the Lions.
Give me like a drum roll for your legs.
Third and 4, Colwell back in the pistol formation, motions the receiver to the far side. Gets the snap, hands it off to Davis. Davis to the outside, brought down by Sieglin and Wynn on 3rd down. Just a 2-yard gain, a 4th and 2 now. You got to guess the Lions are going for it here on 4th down.
Would not surprise me if you see another Cannon Davis run up the middle here. You know, if that quarterback rolls out, he will see Jackson Winfrey in the backfield. Looks like we have a little movement.
It would have been a free play right there, but Jackson Fall just runs right into the offensive lineman. the encroachment and a free 5 yards. First down for the Lions. Might be the first down of the night. Let's get a checkup on that, but that might just be it. Definitely the first down of the night.
Definitely. You hear that roar coming out of the scoreboard. Have not heard that all night at all.
Lions now in Indian territory. Flags on the field. Quick to call the delay of game. Just lose every bit of yardage they just got on the encroachment.
Looks like they were so excited about that one first down. They could not even run the next play. I mean, congratulations, but
trusted name in healthcare and a legendary name on the court. Two dynamic teams coming together to advance orthopedic care for you. Introducing Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics.
Back to 1st and 15 here, right at midfield at the 50. Haven't seen much of it tonight, but a 4-receiver set here for the Lions. Here Colwell steps back slow, looks right side, pass caught at the 30. Makes Valson miss, he might go all the way. Touchdown Lions. Their first 6 of the night. A bullet from Colwell. His pass complete to number 14, Josh Gorley once again. Gets the Lions on the board. 45-6. Lions score. Will Patrick on for the point after for the Lions. Good snap, good hold. His kick is good. And the Lions get their first 7 of the night.
Byron Franklin almost blocked that, just a little short of it.
Good drive for the morale right there for the Lions. Be right back with the kickoff right after this on Indian Press on YouTube.
It's the first time we will see the kick return team back on the field other than the first quarter.
Surprise onside kick here, high bounce. Looks like the Indians brought it back in though. He brought that in for the Indians, he went up there. Number 81, looks like Luke Murray went up there to make the grab. Brought it back in and Indians retain possession here. 58 seconds left to go on the third. This Indians offense.
I mean, an onside kick down by 35. Lake Creek must be really confident and think that they do have a chance in coming back.
First and 10, Salas hands it off to Montgomery. Montgomery dives forward. A 2-yard gain will be a, we'll call it 2nd and 7 here for the Indians. LeBlanc and Crutchfield, the receivers, both lined up to the near side. The running back still Christian Montgomery. So I'm lined up to Salas's left side. 2nd and 8, Salas hands it off to Montgomery. Montgomery up the middle with some room, stumbling. Gets past the 45 to the 43. First down, Indians. Christian Montgomery with a nice run. It's a new set of downs for the Indians. That'll be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Not as high scoring as the first half, but the Indians still lead big, 45-7. We'll have the 4th quarter right here on Indian Press on YouTube.
Hey sports fans, we just wanted to give some quick score updates for you real quick. For around our district games, with district starting this week, Montgomery is beating Dayton 38-18 right now. Nederland is beating Splendora 42-6, and Huntsville is beating Westport 24-14. Lake Creek Lions just scored their first touchdown of the night, bringing the score to a 45-7 close. Indians are about to get another drive real quick. Let's see how it ends. With the 4th quarter starting right now, back to you, Caden.
Take a moment to recognize our Montgomery ISD AV crew who brings us the images and sounds we see on and hear on the Jumbotron every game. One of which is having a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Miss Benita Padilla, for your 29th birthday.
Fredo steps back, looks for Vincent Cormier. Amazing throw by Alfredo right there. Just a little overthrown. Great effort by Vincent Cormier. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 here for the Indians. Salas hands it off to Montgomery. Cuts back in inside the hashes. No gain on the carry. A 3rd and 10 again for the Indians. Vincent Cormier checks on. Hansing checks off. It's like Judea Jerry and Christian Montgomery switch out too. Judea Jerry, little foot action going on, but he's right back in there and ready to go. Here, Salas steps back, left side of the field, goes up for it, but incomplete. Pass was intended for Vincent Cormier. Be a 4th and 10 here for the Indians. Cormier and Hansing make the switch. Hansing and Romero, the tight ends, each to both sides of the tackles. It's like the Indians did set up for a punt, but the Indians made them, or false start on the Indians.
Couldn't tell if we were punting it right there. I mean, you have Alfredo on the field, a quarterback. And, you know, Chris Diaz is a running back, so looks like we will see Chris Diaz punt.
The Indians are going to check out the offense and put the punt unit on the field. It's Chris Diaz on to punt it away for the Indians. A short punt kicked out of bounds by Diaz. They'll mark it out at the Lake Creek 35. Only 1 minute on that end of the drive right there for the Indians. 11 minutes left to go on the clock. The Indians lead 45-7. I'd like to thank our sponsors. Cascade Vibration Solutions, Leo Weeks Photographers, Complete Athlete, Farmers Insurance James Carpenter Agency, Maria's Diner, F. Mole Masonry, Gregory Law Firm, Advantage Real Estate, Drody Roofing and Construction, Priority Health and Wound Care, Classic Finds, and the Port Neches Groves Masonic Lodge. Colwell gets the snap, hands it off to Davis, lowers his shoulder, puts an Indian defender on his back, and gets a gain of 3 yards on the carry. 2nd and 7 here for the Lions.
Looks like Parker Ross goes down.
Back out comes the Lake Creek offense. Motions the receiver to the far side. Looks like another false start on the Lions. That'll set them back 5 yards. So a 2nd and 13 now instead of the 2nd and 8. Timeout on Lake Creek. That's their 2nd of the half. We have 10 minutes, 14 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. The Indians still up 45-7. Second and 13, some pressure from the Indian defenders. Fall misses him 2. The tackle was made right around the original line of scrimmage. We'll gain those 5 yards back from the false start. A 3rd and 8 now for Lake Creek. That tackle was made by number 36, Caleb Wynn. Third and 8, Colwell gets the snap. Good pressure from the Indians, a lot of it, and he's going down in the backfield. That's Blake Satcher there to slam him down. Loses the 5 yards on the false start, gains it back on the run, and loses them again on the sack by Satcher. Punt unit once again for the Lions.
Lake Creek has not been able to get any pass off tonight. That PNG defense just going right through that line and sacking him for like a loss of 10 yards.
See that Air Force commit long snapper, Cooper Gary once again. The punter, Kai Jordan. High punt from Kai Jordan, the spiral. It's beautiful. And the Indians muff the punt. It's like Lake Creek picks it up too. It's gonna be Lion ball. Looks like Vice fumbled the punt, and the Lions pick it right back up. As far as the Lions been all day in PNG territory here at the 26-yard line near the red zone. Might see another Lions score here. 8 minutes, 36 left to go in the fourth.
7 clicks, 7 clicks. No press, you guys ready? Here we go. Stand by.
Colwell steps back, looks to the end zone, guarded by Valson, and broken up. Amazing defense by Valson. Pass was intended for number 2, Chance Miller. Great defense by Valson. Bring up a 2nd and 10.
Balin Valson, first year, making a name for himself out there on the field, just breaking up passes. I think he has a few interceptions as well.
Took a read option on the play.
Well, if that quarterback would have handed that ball off, Jackson Winfrey would have just pounded right through him. Quarterback made a great decision to keep that ball for a good gain of 5.
Didn't look like a planned read option right there, but Colwell pulls it before Satcher gets back there. Gets a good gain out of it on the pull, a 3rd and 5 now. The Indian 21. Hands it off to the outside, makes the Indian defender miss, but Fall hits him hard at the 15, but not before a Lions first down. Again, that's the freshman running back, number 22, Cannon Davis, on the carry for Lake Creek. Pistol set here. Davis lined up behind Colwell. Play action, right side, looks for the end zone. Pressure from the Indians. Fall there again, trips them, but Burnham there to bring them down at the end. A 2-yard gain, a 2nd and 8. The man, the myth, the legend, lined up right in front of the center, Phillip Holmes. Phillip Holmes just brings a sense of intensity on that defensive line. See him on the field here on this play. Colwell off to Davis. Davis up the middle and a 2-yard gain. 3rd and 6 for the Lions. Good block right there by the center. 3rd and 6 for the Lions. Colwell motions his tight end to the near side. Gets the snap, play action. And more pressure from the Indians in the end zone. Walks in, touchdown Lions. Number 85, Dakota Clark, gets the second touchdown of the night for Lake Creek. Looks like the Lions are going to go for it here for the two-point conversion. Don't know really what's going on here with the formation. False start on the Lions will set them back 5 yards. Looks like they might just elect to send out the kicking unit for the point after. Number 16, Will Patrick, on to kick it for the Lions. The 26-yard point after. It is good. 45-14, 5 minutes and 38 seconds left to go. We're still here right at Montgomery ISD Stadium in Montgomery, Texas, right here on Indian Press on YouTube.
Could see another onside kick.
They do the onside kick, caught by, it's like hits Wynn before he could catch it. The Lions might get it back. It is Lion ball once again. In Indian territory, they'll take over from the Indians 44. The Lions showing a little bit of life here with 5 minutes 34 left to go. Indians still lead 45-14.
Quarterback just launches one downfield, hitting number 2 in the end zone. And that's even more life for the Lake Creek Lions, as they will kick another extra point. PNG Indians need to start playing better defense and bring down Lake Creek's momentum.
Back on comes Will Patrick for the point after for the Lions. Good snap, good hold. Patrick's kick is good. 45-21 after the first play bomb to Juan Gonzalez.
Hey, sports fans, away with the Lions having scored 3 touchdowns very, very, very close together and us only going with a field goal. But we are excited to try and see if we can get one last touchdown right here before the game ends with 5.5 minutes left. And we just want to also give a quick reminder that next week we will be at home against Huntsville, against the Huntsville Hornets, ready to play. And we have our glow-in-the-dark pep rally at 2:30 in the comp gym. We are so excited, so ready.
You got to think onside kick here.
Now on to the kickoff. Back to you, Caden.
Looks like deep kick here. Goes out of bounds, though. Nothing really doing. See what they call this on the penalty. Free kick out of bounds. See where they mark the Indians after that. Looks like it will be, we'll take it from their own 30-yard line. 5 minutes, 25. They're just going to look to get rid of the rest of this clock. 70 yards and just over 5 minutes to get rid of it.
Fredo steps back, launches one downfield. Looks like he got tripped up, and they will throw the flag. That'll be a pass interference, pass intended for number, can't tell who that is. That will result in a 10-yard penalty. Lake Creek trying to come back in this game. That's not what you want to happen. We'll see Alfredo Salas still at quarterback. Jared lined up at running back. Fredo steps back, launches another one downfield, and that is a dime to number 16, Garrett Weiss. That will bring the Indians down on their own 13-yard line. Looks like Jet Boggs will step on the field at slot receiver. Fredo gets to play. Christian Montgomery lined up to his right. Montgomery, no room, just runs over the defender. PNG will want to get this touchdown and secure it. I think they already have it secured, but you know, one touchdown would not hurt them for sure. We'll see Montgomery check off and Sam Parker step on the field. Sam Parker with the handoff gets caught in the traffic. We will have a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, the Indians got their backups in the game right now, so you know we had to get our backup mic guy on here. That's right, cameraman stepping in, filling the role. Let's see.
We love Easton Cropper and Lawson Gary. My name, I'm as well a backup. You know, could take the role one day senior year when our amazing Caden and Clayton graduate.
Just absolutely nothing right there.
I agree. That clock will run down. Looks like they are not bringing out 6'7" Eli West. They'll bring out Dawson Guidry. Looks like they'll go for it.
Got a long 4th down here for the Indians. See if they can do something with it. Oh, he'll just pitch it out.
Toss play to Montgomery right there. Stopped in the backfield. That'll stop the clock and result in a turnover. Lake Creek will take over on their own 10-yard line with 2 minutes and 48 seconds left to go. Looks like PNG know that they have this game secured. Just need one more stop and then they can start taking their knees. Still have the 2-minute warning, a very new thing that they have brought into high school football. I don't even think they have that in college, but I mean, if they won it in high school, it's their decision.
Let's see if these Indians can get a stop so all of Port Neches can stop at Buc-ee's. Oh, right up the middle.
The freshman with a lot of room to run right there. They're going to want to set up real quick here. And looks like they don't. Looks like they just gave up. They know that they're beat. And that's what the Indians are made to do. Just beat their opponent. Two-minute warning will inch up. Looks like Lake Creek will just take it.
See if they can get a playoff. No.
They'll just take their 2-minute warning.
Indians, 45. Lions, 21.
And that is a 2-minute timeout. And we will be back on Indian Press on YouTube. We are back. The Lions will set up their 2nd and 4 with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. Could see a quarterback rollout hitting number 2 downfield. Saw a lot of him last year in our big game with them at the reservation. I mean, what a game. I'm sure a lot of you do remember that. Lake Creek lost a lot of seniors. Eli Marcos, quarterback at A&M. Just an amazing dual threat quarterback who was a big threat to us last year. Looks like Lake Creek will just take their time and let the clock run down. Quarterback sets up, chunks one downfield, almost intercepted by Connor Drody. Excuse me, that is Christian Chason. That'll stop the clock with 1 minute and 18 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. Easton Cropper walks out. He gave up. Kudos to him for having the courage to come out here. Amazing cameraman, by the way. all of you people watching this game, he is the one that makes that happen for us. And we have 50 seconds to go in the fourth quarter while that clock is still going down. Lake Creek just letting it go down. We'll see about 2 more plays. Quarterback motions the tight end, hands it off, fake hands off, rollout. Balin Valson making a great play. Like I said earlier, seen him all over the field. That'll stop the clock with 32 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter.
That pass complete to number 85. It's focus on it, and that's good for the Lions. First down.
Lake Creek with their 3rd first down of the game. As you can hear the roaring lion, you know, just haven't got to hear that much all game because the PNG defense just stepping in there, making every play. They cannot go anywhere. Looks like Jackson Winfrey makes him fumble. Excuse me, Jackson fall. And that is the ball game. PNG 41, Lake Creek 21.
That is the ball game, 45-21. The Indians win. Right before we leave, we're going to send it down to Marquis Gasson.
Hey, sports fans, and that is the end of the ball game with the Indians winning 45-21 against the Lake Creek Lions. Personally, I thought that was a great game played by both teams, and great job to Lake Creek for coming back at the end. And another huge congratulations to our very own baseball coach, Coach Carter's daughter, Candace Carter, and the Lake Creek Lions softball team for receiving the state championship rings. Personally, player of the game for me, I've given to Connor Bailey 5 touchdown passes, 5 touchdown passes, 5 great passes into the end zone, and I think it's just going to be a great game next week at home against the Huntsville Hornets. First district home game. Be there or be square. Student section theme is glow in the dark neon with the glow in the dark pep rally. Can't wait to see y'all there. We'll see y'all next week.
(45-21). The Indians start out district on the road and get a win versus the Lake Creek Lions. A huge night for the offense with 42 in the first half. A huge night scoring. And a great first half on defense, you know, usually letting up a little bit right in the fourth quarter. You see other people, but a very good game nonetheless. Lawson Gary, players of the game.
I want to give a shout out to Seth Brisboe for 3 touchdowns, 10 catches, 185 yards. Also, I want to call out Dalen Jackson, just getting open downfield, catching every single one of Connor Bailey's balls. And for defense, I want to give a player of the game to Jackson Winfrey. I mean, I've 4 sacks, minus 10 yards on just about every one of them. I mean, just running through that offensive line. But, yes, those are my players of the game.
You got to talk about Connor Bailey, 5 passing touchdowns, all in the first half. Great job by him tonight. But we thank you all for tuning in. And, of course, we're going to thank our sponsors, Cascade Vibration Solutions, Leo Weeks Photographers, Complete Athlete, Farmers Insurance James Carpenter Agency, Maria's Diner, F. Mull Masonry, Gregory Law Firm, Advantage Real Estate, Girodi Roofing and Construction, Priority Health and Wound Care, Classic Finds, and the Port Neches Groves Masonic Lodge. We appreciate all of you tuning in to the first District Indian Press Cast of the year. We'll be back right at the reservation right here on Indian Press on YouTube. But for now, Scout